let's switch to the board.
Let's look at the board, yeah.
Because
Cool.
your new record, Steamroller, has been voted album of the month.
Really?
2 issues ago, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm so sorry, I didn't find that issue, but I can send it to you.
I would love that.
I'll send it.
Thank you so much.
I'll send it.
That's cool. Thank you.
What I really enjoyed about this album is
Sorry.
it has that roughness and a grittiness, like that. Me as a it's called whatever fan or a music listener, made me think about the sound. And I was listening to it, and I was like, there's an octave in it, there's fuzz in it, and there's that little kind of grindy, gritty, I don't know, Gibbons approach in it. And
I wish.
Yeah. So, and you always have that one of the most
this one here?
wanted pedals in the world, the Clon Centaur. So where did you get that pedal?
You know, a friend of mine helped me buy that. He bought a couple of them and was selling them, and his name's Todd in Los Angeles, and he sold it to me, I don't know, about 5 years ago. And, I really like it. I think it's fantastic. I go between that and the Tube Screamer.
So for what kind of basic sound do you use it? Do you use the Clon to boost the signal, or?
Yeah. Use it as a clean boost. So it's like, if I have the sound that I have, and then maybe I want to get just a little bit more, then I'll just use the Clon to kind of go like from here to here. Just kind of give it a little bit more, and then the tube, like right now, the settings are all cranked from the end of the night last night. But the Tube Screamer I'll use in a different way. But I like both of them. This does, the Tube Screamer, the 808 does things that the Clon doesn't do, and the Clon does things that they don't. So that the 808 doesn't. They complement each other, I think, very well. They're different kinds of sounds, and And
let's go back to the Fuzz pedal. Let's start with the Fuzz pedal first. Is that an original one?
This is actually a Diaz square face, and that's one of the ones that Caesar made when I was at his house. And I change out fuzzes every night. It's a different fuzz pedal. I don't know where my box is of. Hang on, maybe it's here.
And fuzz pedals every night.
Yeah, it just depends on what sound we're looking for. I have an original '68 fuzz face that we're traveling with that I'm going to check out at sound check and see. It's a silicone one, and then I use sometimes my friend at Oxfuzz makes fuzz pedals, and so I just just depends on the venue, depends on the sound. I think this sounds kind of crazy, but all these pedals sound different on different days.
Yeah,
they all sound a little bit. They act a little differently. Like this wah pedal. Oh yeah, so starting at the fuzz. So this is what we used last night anyway. But sometimes I use an original fuzz face, or I'll use a germanium fuzz, or a, whatever it is that is calling for that night. This is one of my favorite Vox wahs. This is one of the original Clyde, script Clydes that, I love the old Clyde Voxes. I kind of had a bit of an illness where I was like buying as many as I could find a while ago, and I had about 20, and then I got to a certain point where I was like, okay, this is crazy. So I sold them all, and just kept 2 of them, and this was one of my favorite ones. The other favorite one is at home. So very, very, very particular about the sound of the wah pedal.
Yeah.
I have yet to hear a lot of new wahs that keep that liquid type sound that you hear in some of the old wahs. But I'm hopeful that I will find one, I'm sure it's out there. I just haven't really been looking either. So the Octavia is actually made by Chicago Iron. That's a company that actually Caesar, again, to mention Caesar Diaz, he told me about that company. They were starting to build those pedals when I spent time with him. He said, oh yeah, you need to get one of those. And that guy makes, I think his name is Kurt Starr. He makes great pedals. Just has that, it's a remake of the old one. I would say it's very close. The old ones sometimes have a little bit of a spookiness that you can't always recreate in a new pedal, but it's very good, excellent. And then the Mega Vibe is a Univibe type pedal made by KR. Yeah, he's out of San Diego. just a very kind of watery sounding univibe. Then the next one over is an envelope filter, which we use on a couple of songs. It's a very cheap pedal, but a very good sounding. You know.
Well, as long as the sound works, it's not important how much money you spend.
I agree. I totally agree. It could be $5 at a pawn shop, but it could be the best thing.
For like, I don't know, $1,000 and
you sound like
it
shit.
can't work. It really
Yeah, I agree. And then this Lely box we just bought while I was out here because my other splitter went down. So
two ones. Yeah.
that just keeps some of the non-bypass pedals out of the loop, you know, out of the chain. So the Echoplex, for instance.
I seen that on the last tour. I was standing on stage. I was like, that man, he's a true believer. In the sense of these effects are so rare and so fragile.
Yeah.
That actually only real cool people and only true believers would take them on tour, so to speak.
This one was giving us some trouble about a week ago, and we were in, what city were we in? We were in Cologne, I think, and we had some wonderful guys come out and help us. I think they're called Tone Hunter.
Yeah.
They're really nice guys. They came out and, just helped get some things back in order, and so, special thanks to them, of course. And so, I just try and play stuff that I feel inspired by, That's the whole reason to come out here and play music, is to try and feel inspired. And so it's all about the sound, and I think being in the moment. And I've tried the Line 6 DL4, and I've tried the full tone tape echo, tube tape echo, and these things, and they're very good. They're just, there's a certain thing that happens with these old ones, and the full tone one is about $1,000, and if you look carefully, you can find these for $400 or $500. They're less expensive. They're a little bit more finicky, but it's okay.
All right, so
it's a very basic setup. I don't have anything too elaborate. It's just kind of.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of mojo going on in this rig.
Well, a lot of times I have a Leslie out here as well. It's a vibratone that I sometimes power with another amp, and then what I'll do is stick it in the back here and get it up off the ground, and then so we get the spinner happening, which is one of my favorite things.
Real Leslie?
Yeah, it's a vibratone.
The wooden one? Yeah.
It's a 69 Fender vibratone, and it sounds awesome. It sounds amazing.
When it runs.
Yeah,
right way.
Yeah, when it runs the right way, and
because these ones are not that reliable.
So to speak. But you get a mic on either side of them, and then you put it in the PA and split, and it sounds amazing. But I think for some of these places, you don't want to have it be too loud. It's like I might enjoy it, but some people in the room might be like, "Oh man, it's so loud." So you got to kind of keep it in mind. And so this is a very stripped down setup for me. Again, I just try to get the most basic, clear guitar tone that I can start with, and then kind of step on a fuzz pedal or something.
Super cool.
Just have fun with it. So that's kind of it. And then I stick these in front. The clear sonic. Just put
nobody gets shot in the first line.
Yeah, exactly. Last night I kicked them over on the gig, and I saw the whole people in the front they went. It was like this whole thing. So
they're not starstruck. They're actually struck by the sound.
No. They were. It was definitely a reaction to the amount of volume. These are amazing because you can still turn your amps up, but it helps. With your sound, man. It helps with the audience.
Like the microphones are Shure SM57.
Those look like we're micing 57s. Yeah. So it's that's kind of what we're running at this time.
Super cool. Philip,
it's very basic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You know what?